Hi, Sag. This is your spread. Just wanted to give you a little bit of a look. Please go ahead and watch the rest of the video so you can see how we drew the cards, what they all mean. And so this is your look at the spread. You know, kind of an ass backwards kind of thing we're doing here. All right. Okay, bye. Hi, Sag. It's your turn for your weekly read starting for Sunday, August 17th. Please check the description box for everything you need to know, including where you can run your natal chart to find out your rising moon and Venus sign. And please do check your rising moon and Venus sign for additional messages. My name is Ashley Dawn Watson. We're using the Botticelli Tarot for you today. I do have a TikTok, but I can't get a blue check mark over there unless I have 5 news stories about me, and I'm just not that interesting. Anyway, we will have the monthly tarots coming up in the next week and a half for September. So please watch those as well as they come out. We have already shuffled the cards. We're doing a 9-card spread for you. I've been reading tarot for 26 years. So we're going to do flippers and jumpers only, maximum of 3. Let's get started for you here. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, twist for fairness for you. Yay. And let's get started. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What do we have? Okay, well that was sufficient. We have 2 that have come out. 2 that have come out to start. Face down, of course. What else? In the past, before this week, Sag, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Oh. Well, we can't take those. It's too many for what we're doing. Okay, there we go. All face down. Something you don't want to talk about the past week. Okay, Hermit in the reverse. There's deep personal truth that you've learned about yourself, something that you've been thinking about since Pisces season. Virgo energy on that card, though, with the Queen of Cups, Cancer energy there. Something that you've been journaling about potentially, but it's something that has been a deep emotional thing. Something that's been connected to your intuition, something that's been nagging your intuition with the 5 of Wands in the reverse. Let's take a look at these cards here. 5 of Wands in the reverse. It's about an argument that you're trying to settle or make peace with. But this personal truth, you've emerged from the cave of self-discovery, having learned a deep personal truth. When I look at timings, I'm seeing, because this is the reverse of the Virgo, we're looking at Pisces season, but this is a Virgo card. Excuse me. This is having learned that deep personal truth that you were looking at, something that had been nagging at your intuition. Cancerian energy on this. You could have Cancer in your chart, or it could be something that you finally arrived at during Cancer season. Again, it was nagging at your intuition. Highly intuitive individual. Could have also been about somebody who has Cancer in their chart. But here it's about your waters. It's about something that is emotional to you. Journaling, figuring strongly here. Something that you had maybe been writing about, or something that you had been sharing your thoughts with yourself, writing down your thoughts about. But here also, it's about an argument that you're trying to make peace with, or an argument that you're trying to put to rest. Conflict here with the 5 of Wands. Normally in the Rider-Waite Tarot, we see that as a bunch of guys beating each other over the heads with sticks, you know? So it is a conflict, right? And it's a conflict you're trying to make peace with, and an argument that really set you off in some way. You've learned a deep personal truth about that. But it was nagging at your intuition, and something that you really had to kind of figure out for yourself. In the present for you this week, that was fast. One kind of came out. Well, you really have something to say, don't you, about this week? Yeah, and they're all coming face down. So it's something you're not really happy to speak on so much. Magician, it could be a Scorpio, Sag, Casper, Magician coming out in the upright for you in the same position as Scorpio, with the Five of Pentacles and the upright being left out in the cold, with the Seven of Wands in the reverse, letting your guard down. No longer feeling defensive. You're not feeling defensive anymore. Having put this conflict to bed, you feel like you don't have to have your guard up anymore about something. Oh my god, I should have done something with my hair. Okay, anyway, what we're seeing here is, let's start here. The Magician is Virgo energy as well as Gemini energy, but we're seeing this during the middle of the week when we move into Virgo season, where you're starting to really work at mastering the self in order to master the elements, in order to put something into action that you feel is deeply important to you. It's manipulation of energy, but it's manipulation of energy from a space where you really do know what's right and true for yourself here with the Magician. With that accompanying it, we have this feeling that you're trying to get yourself out of a space of feeling left out in the cold with the Five of Pentacles, trying to empower yourself to feel no longer excluded from something, but also out of a space of feeling impoverished in some way. Remember, this is a feeling rather than a reality most of the time. So again, it is about empowering yourself by mastering yourself to manipulate the energy around you, to get yourself out of that mentality, that victimhood mindset. With that, we have the Seven of Wands, getting yourself out of defensive energy as well, taking yourself off guard. We see this in the dignities here. We see this as something that you're doing, having understood and learned that intuitively there's a need to stop arguing about something, or that you have made your peace following a conflict. That you're not going to exclude yourself from something because of the conflict, or that you're the feeling that you have as if you're being left out in the cold is a feeling rather than a reality. And intuitively you know this, but there's that end of the conflict in the past here, that you understand that you don't have to be defensive about. There's something in the argument that you don't have to defend yourself about anymore. There's nothing to defend. There's nothing to defend. Yeah, I don't know. I should have done something with my hair. Oh, well. In the future for you, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, this is very cloudy. There's a cloudy disposition, actually. What it is that there's a cloudy disposition around you. Somebody has very demure, if not despondent. Thank you, despondent energy. I think it's because of the argument. You've already made peace with it. You already forgot about it. It's done and dusted to you. Oh, we have 4 down here. Yeah. So in the future, moving forward, there is healing from an ending that was rather painful. Grief, sickness, abandonment, and loss. That you, bed of nails, Alice Cooper, loving you is like a bed of nails. Where you feel as if there's an ending that you've healed from, or that you must heal from. It puts you in a place of darkness. You did not grant somebody a wish, and it put them in despondent energy. But you understand where it's up to you to heal. It's up to you to take this ending and make a new beginning out of it. It's up to you to transform that ending into something else. Here. With that Magician above it. You know? Yeah. Because you didn't grant somebody else a wish, it's almost as if in the future they're punishing you for it. Or rather, they punish you by making you feel left out in the cold in the present over this argument. But you don't feel that you have to defend yourself because you already put the argument to bed. So you're going to put yourself in a place where you're not going to make yourself feel left out in the cold, even though the climate where you're at right now, you feel as if you're being excluded. You feel as if you're being excluded from things, or like somebody's giving you, thank you, the cold shoulder. Yeah, with that sun card there. And in the future, you're healing yourself. You're taking it upon it yourself to realize where you can change your own circumstances. You're choosing to heal something out of this ending. And you're saying no to somebody. Leo energy here. Could be dealing with a Cancer Leo cusper as a result of what I've seen here. But you're taking yourself out of that energy, and you're not granting them something. You made me feel like I was left out in the cold. Well, when that happens, you don't get the yes and the warmth after you do that to me. I'm no longer, I'm shutting the tap off. I'm no longer giving you the warmth. With that, we have the King of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, shutting the tap off. Scorpio energy. We could see this as during Taurus season also, where you're looking forward and you're seeing where you're no longer offering your waters to somebody. Like they're asking you to offer them your waters, but you're not having it. And it's a twist of fate. It's a movement forward for you. It is moving forward for you. You might have something where you have decided that because this is the way things are going to be, that I need to look elsewhere I have to choose happiness for myself. And therefore, I'm not going to offer my waters any longer. In the past, I was the Queen of Cups, and I was happy to intuitively offer my waters and bring peace about and put the argument to bed, because that's who I am. But then even though I'm mastering the self and I'm turning inward and I'm looking to myself instead of sending my energy elsewhere in the present, somebody's making me feel excluded and left out in the cold. So I'm choosing to drop my guard and be not defensive and make the best of a shitty situation. In the future here, though, you have to take that energy and heal yourself. And as a response to this person creating a crappy atmosphere around you in the present, in the future, you're deciding that you're not going to allow them the warmth. You're not going to return warmth to somebody who's creating a cloudy atmosphere, if you're in your home or in your work situation or just in life in general. It's like playing tennis with a wall and a potato, and how long are you going to hit that potato back to the wall without it hitting the potato back to you? It just goes, right? So what's the point? And again, like I said, playing tennis with a wall and a potato. So you're deciding that you're no longer going to offer your waters to that. The King of Swords understands better how he can be quite visceral when he decides he's no longer going to offer the energy from his heart space. Very giving when he is. But when he's in the reverse, that's when he's deciding he's going to cut off. He's no longer going to provide from that cup, from that heart space. His waters are now his and his alone. And that's it. And he's moving on, because Scorpionic individuals understand. They're very loving, but when they decide it's over, they understand when they need to put that to bed and transform it, end it and transform it into something else. And that is movement forward in a way. Where on that wheel you decide to land is up to you, but I feel like it's a decline or the low part of the wheel. That's what I've got for you for this week. It is just energy for the week, but I feel like there's something here where there was an argument where you were super passive about it, but somebody wanted to keep going, and they pushed and they pushed and they pushed, and now you're not so nice anymore. And now it's like an oh shit energy for them. Okay, Sag. Energies for you for the week as far as zodiac signs go. What do we got? We have Aries, Cancer, Virgo, and Leo. Yeah, you're definitely dealing with a Cancer, Leo cusp individual. Interestingly enough, we had the Leo almost land on the Sun, and we had the Cancer land on the Queen of Cups. So definitely dealing with a Leo Cancer cusp individual on this one. But do this if you like what I do, if it resonated with you, and we'll see you when we see you next. Thanks again for watching, and bye.